been here before, I know the lies. I've been here before, I've seen the sky fall on me. The waves are coming up, they paralyze. The fear is breaking in, it's no surprise, no, but it's tries though. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back, no turning back. Where do we go from here? Look in my eyes. There's a spark that we don't need to hide, no. Don't hide it, no. Yeah, bullets in the gun, we pay the price. We must overcome, it's time to rise up. Rise up. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No, we're not turning back. Hypocrites try to get up on me. Demons come, they'll try to harm me. Try to hide, but I think they saw me. But I ain't giving up, no, no. My real friends, they all know the flaw in me. Hate to text, say me, can you call me? Here I go, new day upon me. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we
Hello everybody and welcome on back to Shake and Bake Sim TV, back for the Shake and Bake Cup Series presented by Heroes United. 2 races left in the season as we kick off round 19 here tonight, the 4th round of the hunt for the cup and our last super speedway action of the season. It's time to go racing at Talladega Super Speedway, 250 miles, 94 laps around the largest oval. And we have the last bit of exciting super speedway action thrown at you guys tonight. And points are extremely on the line with 2 rounds left. It's now or never to fight for the championship. But hello everybody and welcome back in. It's Dwayne Crespo alongside Zachary Evans up here in the commentary booth as qualifying is now beginning. Zach, we have a great fight between second and the championship leader. It's only an 8-point difference between Harold Wilson and Michael Egermont. How do you think this race tonight, with Talladega being a wild card, affects the championship after this race?
Well, like you said, it's going to be a wild card. So this is really anybody's race tonight. I do expect some of your front runners to be up front tonight. So we'll see how that works. And I think we do only have 9 or 10 cars. So this isn't going to be a big draft. So that inside lane is going to be really dominant tonight.
Yeah, so it is it's an 11 driver field. 65% fuel should be at around 33 laps of fuel for these drivers. So, of course, as always, strategy gonna play a great factor here as well. And a couple of different changes for these drivers. Keith Hume coming back to racing action after his suspension at Bristol. And unfortunately, Matthew Hill, who was the number 9 seed entering the hunt for the Cup, out of contention, and his championship dreams will unfortunately come to an end, but he is set and ready for next season as the first few times of qualifying start to fly in, and it's Davin Thornhill at the top with a 53.98 on the board. Gino Zito P2, Egermont third, then it's Snyder, your Bristol race winner, followed by Hume, Hill, and Luba, as the rest still with no time, searching for their first. And tons of drivers to look out for today. Of course, like we just mentioned, Adam Snyder coming off of his second race win of the season at Bristol. Only an 8-point difference between Harold Wilson and Michael Egermont. That is for the championship lead. And next week is the season finale. It's the championship race at Kansas. So all the points will matter here. Egermont needs to stay in front of that 83. Speaking of that 83, almost
3
1,000ths
of a second. 3 1,000ths.
They're basically 1v1ing each other. Wilson wants to be in front of Egermont. Egermont wants to be in front of Wilson, even if it's just 2 points or 1 point that he can salvage to enter next week into the championship race, where we will crown a Season 3 Shake and Bake Cup Series champion next week. I am very stoked for that. Wilson, purple sector through turns 1 and 2. Can he round it up to beat Thornhill, who is P3 in the standings?
No, go slower. Comes Dalton Tubbs.
0.03 can improve. Tubbs, his first lap time. At the bottom, 54.64.
He rode the high line all the way on his first lap to get momentum for his second lap to see how it works. That's usually my strategy at the super speedways, because it gives you just a little bit faster for your second lap. But you got to be perfect.
And we saw here as well another new thing here at Talladega, Chris Saferight.
Oh, he runs out of time.
And qualifying goes to the time limit, but as I was saying, Chris Saferight going to be making his first appearance for Taser Racing. He's going to be driving the number 4, as we were unsure if Carter Roy was going to make it.
Good luck, boys. We got a long one to go here.
It's going to get on the number 4, as here we go. Qualifying comes to a close. It's Davin Thornhill on pole position with the championship leader right beside him at the front. And also, unfortunately, as well, we received some news a couple days ago that Carter Brockmeyer would not be able to continue in the playoffs, and he has opted out. So another chance at a title, unfortunately, coming to an end for the HBA co-owner. But once again, he has his sights set on Season 4. Here's your starting grid for tonight. Davin Thornhill on pole position. Harold Wilson alongside him, the championship leader, at the front row. That is scary to see for the other drivers. It's Dominic Luba and Gino Zito in row 2. Row 3, it's Keith Hume Sr. and Matthew Hill. Row 4, it's Noah Lane and Adam Snyder, your Bristol race winner last week. Row 5, it's Michael Egermont and Chris Saferight making his debut for Taser Racing in the number 4. Row 6 will be Dalton Tubbs and Owen Newman, who rounds off the grid here tonight at Talladega. So pardon me, it's not an 11-car field, it is a 12-car field. As we get ready to rock and roll from Talladega Superspeedway in about 2 laps time.
I'm going to dial up our pulse hitter real quick.
Alrighty.
Hey, Davin Thornhill, the guys in the booth, you got us?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear.
Man, it must be pretty good to put it on pole here at Talladega. What do you think you need to put it right here 94 laps from now?
Oh, man, first thing I got to do is keep my car clean and out of the wall and avoid the inevitable big one.
So I'm guessing there's going to be definitely some strategy in this race. Without going into detail, how do you think that's going to play out by the end of the race?
Yeah, man, our biggest thing, we just got to stay together. We got to pit together, and whenever we do pit, we can't get caught speeding, none of that. So it's just teamwork make the dream work.
Yes, sir. It was good talking to you. Hope to talk to you at the end of the race.
I appreciate it, bud.
Thornhill, of course, a man of confidence on what his skills can do here tonight. We'll see how Talladega treats these drivers as we're getting ready to roll here for just the second to last time here in Season 3. That is still crazy to think that it is gonna come to a close already.
Got to close pit exit. If you could clear that, please.
Alrighty, here we go. We have confirmation from race control. We are going green this time by here we
And this
go.
is exciting.
Last super speedway of the season, the wild card of the hunt for the cup. If you want a shot at the title next week in the championship race, now's the time to do so. What a historic season this has been. We'll see how we do here tonight as Thornhill leads us to green, and for the second to last time in Season 3, as we go into the restart zone, it is time to shake it and bake it. Here we go. Green flag waves, and we're racing from Talladega.
Inside line doesn't go.
Inside has a horrible start. A huge, huge restart error for Davin Thornhill. That inside lane does not get going, and the outside completely takes advantage of it as here comes BSB, Wilson, and Zito up front.
Let's see if I can look back in. Oh, Davin Thornhill starts in 5th gear.
A critical mistake by the pole sitter as we immediately go single file.
I am currently investigating a move that happened. Somebody did go below the double yellow. I'm currently investigating it.
But I'm guessing that was to avoid the inside completely not moving.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be clear. The only thing was he gained 2 spots by going below the yellow, so.
Well, the outside looked like it was starting to move. Not anymore, as they will go back to the back of the pack here and keep it single file all the way through. Oh, a little bit of trouble, and around they go.
Tubbs in the wall. He blows an engine. Caution is out.
Dalton Tubbs contact. I believe that was with the 4 of Chris Saferight. And Dalton Tubbs has to use the backup car already. Massive, massive hit into the outside wall. And a blown engine. Yeah, there was contact with the 4.
Contact.
And just like that, first caution comes flying out here at Talladega. Here's the replay. So let's go back here to inspect it. Tubbs and Saferight side by side. And it looks like the 4 just barely goes down. Clips the 11. And Dalton can't do anything about it. That car's already very, very loose. Barely misses Saferight when going back up the track, but a huge hit into the safer barrier for Dalton Tubbs. And that is 1 car already down. He's going to have to go into his backup car by using that fast repair. That engine is destroyed. Unbelievable. Let's take a onboard look here with the number 11.
Yeah, it looks like he gets hooked. I mean, you can clearly see Dalton's almost touching the yellow line, and the 4 just keeps coming down.
So already a pretty big impact for that first caution of the race. Here's the race info up on your screen. 94 laps around Talladega. 4 sets of tires for these drivers. Overtime limit 3 as always. Of course, they're 1 fast repair / backup car and 65% fuel, which should give these drivers about 32, 33 laps of fuel. Championship top 5 at the bottom right of your screen. Snyder moving up 1 position with his win at Bristol last week, gets by Zito. But this race has been mainly between that top 3. As Michael Egermont looks to complete the Cinderella story, but a win here for Harold Wilson could be the exclamation point. All right, here we go. Coming to our first restart of the day. It is choose time. Where do these drivers go? Wilson up high. Zito goes down low alongside some other drivers. Matthew Hill goes down. Noah Lane goes down. As we await the others here. So Tubbs out of pit road, but he will be 2 laps down. He is going to have to wait for a caution to get that lucky dog free pass. As here we go to get it back underway. Bottom split bandits, your team champions who secured the title last week. It will be their 2 top drivers at the front. Here we go once again. Harold Wilson will be in control of the restart, this time by on the outside. Side by side with him at the bottom. It's going to be his own teammate, Gino Zito. Here we go. Into the restart zone. And we are back under green at Talladega. And that outside slowly starting to lose a ton of momentum here. Egermont leading the outside. It's Taser. Taser racing up there trying to make it work. A little bit of contact there, it seemed, between Egermont and Lane.
Still only 3 cars on the outside lane here.
Yeah, Taser is trying their best efforts to make that work, but with only 3 cars up there.
That inside line is checking up, though. Here they come to the front.
Can they have the run for it? Here's some takers. Noah Lane will also join them. 3 wide.
Oh, Davin gets pushed up out of it.
And
Now,
Egremont moves down in front of Wilson.
the inside line is still checking up. Outside's really preferred right now.
Yeah, that inside is wiggling a lot, and you'll see the...
Oh,
trouble! Wilson turn, and the big one happens!
Big wreck.
Noah Lane, Keith Hume, Harold Wilson, Adam Snyder. A ton of drivers involved, and already in the first opening laps, we have the big one at Talladega. And your race leader, who was leading for the most part there at the start, your championship leader, now with some damage put on him. Meatball flag being shown to Keith Hume. He might have to get into his backup car. A huge pileup. Yeah, Hume is going to have to tow that 62 back to the garage. Here is the replay. So it is Harold Wilson there in second at the bottom in between Egremont and Zito. And it looks like Wilson just goes out of line for just a split second. Zito can't check up in time, spins him accidentally, and Zito goes back up, contact with Wilson. That makes a domino effect into Noah Lane. Hume tries to avoid it. Snyder contact with Wilson, and everyone just gets collected. It's just a huge domino effect all throughout the field. And that is what's going to bring out the second caution.
Here. Takers.
A ton of takers.
Tubbs stays out so he can get his lap back. And Safe Right will stay out also. Interesting call for the taser number 4.
Oh, Wilson overshoots his box. That's going to cost him some time here.
Davin first off.
Thornhill wins the race off pit road. Luba following behind. Then it's Egremont. Then it's Zito. Yeah, Harold lost a ton of time there, and I think he has to repair some damage. Yeah, Noah Lane will beat him. Snyder will beat him. Wilson's going to lose a ton of spots here.
Yeah, so it appears after everything shakes out, it's going to be Chris Saferight, Davin Thornhill, Dominic Luba, Michael Egremont, and then Gino will be starting at the back. So Noah Lane will be rounding out the top 5.
Oh my. But yeah, like you mentioned, Zach, very interesting strategy here. Chris Saferight is really going to be the only one that stays out, with the exception of Dalton Tubbs, who now just got his Lucky Dog free pass, so he's going to be 1 lap down instead of 2.
Hume's also going to be a lap down, so they're going to, I believe they will be racing each other for the next caution to see who can get their lap back.
A race between the 11 and the 62 for the free pass, as Saferight will lead us back to green.
Harold's still on pit road. He must have a lot of damage considering he's still on pit road. Not wanting to use that fast repair so early. And then you still got 85 laps to go here, so you don't want to use that fast repair way too early.
I absolutely understand his point. But here we go. I believe we're going to be 1 to green this time by, so it is choose time here. Safe right to
Looks
the bottom.
like Taser will all take the bottom here.
Ton of drivers to the bottom. First one that will be at the top will be Noah Lane, who will get followed up by, I believe, is that Keith Hume who will follow him behind?
Yes, that'll be Keith Hume just crossed the line now. So you got Taser, Adam
it's
Snyder,
Matthew
Gino
Hill.
on the inside, and then you got Noah Lane and Matthew Hill on the outside.
It's Matthew Hill who will join up with Noah Lane at the top. Only 2 drivers at the top.
Yeah, that's not going to work out for them. They're either going to have to find their way down easily, or they're going to have to get some help up there with them, because 2 drivers up top's not going to work.
Here we go. Second caution out already. As we're going to be going back to green here with Chris Saferight leading us for the first time.
So it's going to be Taser and then BSB all on the inside, and then HBA and Vibes Motorsports on the outside.
The sister teams bundled up together. But here we go. Let's see how the outside does it here. Green flag, and we're back under green here at Dega.
Big jump for Saferight.
Great launch by Saferight as Noah Lane quickly trying to get to the bottom, but he doesn't have an open space.
No, if he's going to want to open space, he's going to have to side draft. He's going to have to get lower than he actually is now. He's got to create a hole for himself. Harold Wilson jumps up to the top. Here comes Davin Thornhill, getting around his teammate. Hume jumps to the outside.
Side by side out of turn 4. The teammates at Taser.
If Hume and Wilson can get up there, a little bit of contact between Saferight and Lane.
And there's the move that Thornhill wanted. Into the bottom, now linked up with his teammate. Devin Thornhill leads.
I can tell you right now, Noah Lane was not very happy getting door slammed on the front stretch.
Some more takers going up here.
Yeah, you got 5 cars on the outside now. This right here is going to basically even things out here.
Zito goes up. Hume goes up.
Matthew's going to have to push.
The outside forming a run. Lane goes up to the bottom.
And then now outside Lane's going to lose all of its momentum.
But that inside, like you mentioned before, it's starting to slowly random checkups here.
Yeah, I noticed it during the DSA race that I raced last Thursday, that if you were in that inside line, then for some reason it just checks up heavily. And I think the main reason to do with that is people not wanting to push the guy in front of them.
The outside lane will slowly die off, and we're back to completely single file. No one wanted to make the move.
Man, this looks like the DSA 500 that I raced in. Oh, Ford gets squirrely. He's going to get past.
Here comes Luba for second.
Taser is dipping on their own guy. They're going to try to get him back at the edge of their line, but Noah's actually going to jump in front of Safe Right.
It's a 25 sandwiched between Taser Racing. We'll see what he can do with it. But
Just
Matthew
Hill on
Hill,
the outside. See if he can find a home somewhere. He's got to get down and pinch that 4 down.
and he's not getting enough of a side draft. So it's
Got
going to be pretty hard, and there it is. Squeezes in between Lane and Safe Right to line up in P5.
Man, after his blunders on lap 1, can't believe to say this, but Davin Thornhill is back up front and leading this race.
This could be like Denny Hamlin at Nashville, just bimped it on the first start and then came back to win it.
Yeah, if you're anywhere in the top 3, probably any of the 3 guys at Taser right now, you're honestly want this to go 80 more laps, and then you guys race it out between each other, 70 more laps.
And the pack as is pretty evenly filled up. The top 3 playoff drivers, followed by 3 non-playoff drivers, and then 3 more, with Matthew Hale unfortunately being eliminated and out of contention. See if Lane wants to do a move, and here we go.
He's going by himself. Nobody went with him. He's going to have to pinch it.
Noah's been wanting.
Anything.
He's been wanting to run that high lane, and he's going to find some help. Here comes Matthew Hill. Yeah, he's been wanting to run it, so we'll see. It's going to be
trying to come.
It's going to be one of those races where the person that wants to make that work is going to try their absolute hardest to do so.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get that outside to work so they can control the race, but Dalton Tubbs was too far back. You need at least 3 people in that outside for something to actually start going. Here comes 3 people on the outside now, Gino, Hume, and Wilson.
Just like you said, this time will be Zito to lead the charge. We'll have some more takers as Tubbs is not going to try to join the bottom.
62.
Look at this.
Big pushes.
Now everyone coming to tag along. This outside is going to give the inside a run for their money.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that.
What a push.
Oh, almost a little bit squiggly, but we're going to get back to straight racing here. And what a run by Keith Hume and Gino Zito to the front. They go.
Gino Zito, he caused the last incident by accidentally turning his team owner.
Here comes Lane.
Now his team owner's on the outside of him.
Lane to
Lane
the bottom.
now leads it.
Harold Wilson back to the front of the pack now. He is second.
And now HBA is going to be out left to dry here if they can't get any help. Dalton just can't close up to Hill's bumper here. I think they're going to fall off here.
Matthew Hill surprisingly doing very good job at holding that outside. Dalton Tubbs getting there.
And just like that, Taser went from 1, 2, 3, 4 just about 10 laps ago, now all the way in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4 almost.
Just shows how easily everything can change here in the wild card. Matthew Hale to the race lead after a push by his teammate. And it looks like things got a little bit squiggly there between Tubbs and Snyder.
Yeah, there's a big gap between third and fourth right now.
They do not want to lose this draft. But it's Hill, Lane, and Wilson, your top three.
Yeah, it looks like Dalton Tubbs sacrificed himself to get Matthew Hill up front, and now he's dropped all the way to the back.
If you're Tubbs, though, gotta try your best effort to try and get in front of that 62 for the lucky dog in case the caution comes out.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, that 62's in the middle of this pack, and he's on the verge of losing the draft. He has lost it, I think.
I think he has.
Yeah, I think if you're 0.7 or worse, you're out of the draft, and I think he's out.
Oh yeah, 100%. Unfortunately. We'll see if he can somehow find a way back up. Meanwhile, Michael Egremont sets the fastest lap time of the race so far with a 49.76 for the number 2.
Yeah, it's very easy to set fastest laps at the end of the end of a pack, because you can hold back coming up to the lap before and then just full throttle down. I did it at Atlanta here a couple weeks ago, just riding at the back and full throttling to get that fastest lap.
And if you're Egremont, this is great. I mean, 1 bonus point for fastest lap. When it's an 8-point difference, when it's that short, every single point matters, especially when a champion will be crowned next week.
Yeah, Egremont, I mean, your only goal this race, if not win, you got to finish in front of that 83. Very quiet right now. Everybody single file.
70
Very
laps to go.
Very content with riding right now.
Snyder made his way a little bit up front here, now P4. He's been a little bit quiet this race so far.
Yeah, then if you're a team here, you want to make sure that you're getting your team very, like, together. If that's your game plan, make sure they're all in line. Kind of how BSB is at the moment. BSB and Taser are all aligned together. So that way, when somebody at the front of your line makes a move, you can go with them. Or vice versa. If you're somebody in that line and somebody makes a move, you have somebody to go with.
Approaching lap 25 here. And as we keep it single file, about 70 laps to go. Let's go into our first set of Shake and Bake Crank It Up action presented by Logitech.
like Chris Saferight is pitted.
See if the strategy plays off here.
I don't know if it will. I mean, just pitted by himself. That's a no-no. Pitting. Noah Lane. By
Here we
himself.
go. We're going to have our first few takers here.
And I just don't understand the pitting by yourself thing.
So we had Safe Right go down by himself. We had Tubbs go down by himself. Now we have Noah Lane. That's the third consecutive car in a row that's gone down pit road by himself.
Matthew Hill just announced he's going to pit road. Will they follow him? 62 coming.
Here we go. We're going to have some
36. 83.
Oh, a ton.
77. Everybody.
Everybody going in. Everyone took that call as an invitation. And here we
Locked
go.
up.
We're going to have a massive race down pit road. Everyone going in.
I am so surprised nobody got any black flags from that.
No one knows. It's not a single penalty.
Oh my God, there was so much lockup there.
It is a massive race off pit road under green. Zito overshoots his box. So does Keith Hume. They're going to lose some time here. But it is a massive, massive race off pit road. Harold Wilson's off. Wilson is the first one off.
Very lucky right there that nobody came out by themselves, really. Everybody's still somewhat together.
They saw Matthew Hill going out, and everyone just went, you know what, why not? And they all joined along.
Here comes
Noah
Chris
Lane.
Saferight.
Noah Lane also making his way.
Saferight, who was one of the guys who didn't pit there because he pitted earlier, he comes out way behind this pack. As now the field is split into 3 different packs here.
They need to bundle up quick or else they're going to lose this lead pack.
Yeah, Dominic's definitely got the grasp of it. So does Noah. Now, Matthew Hill's the one that's questioning me here, but he's got 2 cars pushing behind him. That'll help him a lot. So I think everybody will end up being fine here as long as Hume will push the 77. Because numbers mean a lot, but as long as you have 3 cars and they're all pushing, you can definitely get back up to that lead pack.
And how about this? Look who are the 2 up front. Wilson and Egremont. And they both know it. They both know who the man to beat is.
As Hill has grabbed onto that pack, so everybody's good. Everybody but Saferight and Tubbs, which Tubbs is about to be lapped here this lap.
Saferight still on the lead lap. And as Wilson and crew come rounding turn 1 and 2, Tubbs is going to go 2 laps down here. So Keith Hume being with that pack is now going to have sole position of that Lucky Dog free pass. A contingent that a caution comes out.
That pit right there has separated all the teams here. So there's definitely a couple teammates together, but not everybody's together like they were before. Got different people pushing different people, so this could cause for trouble here.
It's Wilson, Egremont, Thornhill, Snyder, and Luba. Your top 5.
36 went kind of high. The 8 thought about going low, but the 8 cut some break.
Tubbs, although now 2 laps down, going to rejoin this pack at the back of the field, so he's going to ride along with them.
Yeah,
here comes
3
Zito.
laps down.
Zito on the outside. Do we have any takers to go with him?
Hume's going. I'm expecting all the BSB guys to try to go with here.
Yep,
Matthew's
here
going
comes
up.
Hill. Here comes Tubbs as well. And here comes Thornhill and Egremont trying to block it. Almost everyone went up there.
Gino's coming up to the front.
Here
He
comes
needs some help.
massive push by BSB and GHR.
Inside line stacks up a little.
Side by side through 1 and 2.
Oh, them getting disconnected is not going to do them any good.
Still side by side down the backstretch.
Gino's clear if he wants it.
There
He
it
will.
is. And I'm almost certain there was team orders there. Wilson giving the green flag to Zito to come back down. And Gino Zito will go back to the race lead.
Still got 3 cars on the outside. If they can get tangled up together, they can push them their ways up to the front. But it looks like Hill's going to bail.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because as soon as Zito went down below, the whole momentum got knocked out.
It's definitely a game of momentum, but as long as you have 3 cars and they're all actively pushing, you can be better than an 8-car pack as long as you have 3. Here comes Snyder. No help. Oh.
But he's
Egremont swiping at that 83 bumper. That's needs to quit doing that or he's going to cause a wreck.
Here comes Hume and Lane. As there's a ton of swerving there at the front.
A lot of checking up here because they're trying to get the 36 up there
Oh
with
boy.
the BSB guys.
Here comes Snyder.
Yeah, this is definitely a calculated move by BSB. Gino's going to back off with the 36 in.
Yep, and there we go.
And then if they're going to let their... Nope, there he goes. I was about to talk about him.
Hume to second, Snyder to the race lead as BSB and GHR take over this race.
And just like that, the teams are all back together again. BSB/GHR all together. And Taser is all together. And HBA Vibes are all together.
And so this has really turned into an all-out team brawl. As those top 4 spots are all going to be gathered up by BSB and the 62 GHR machine.
A little bit of chat on the radio talking about the moves made by BSB there. Some people were not very happy with the way that was executed.
I mean, I don't mean to defend it in any way, but you had to know at a place like Talladega that teamwork was going to come into play, and it's going to be a huge, huge factor. That's always seems to be the case for super speedway racing. Just try to get as many teammates as you can there at the front to be in full control of this race. And that is exactly what they're going to execute here.
Coming up to 50 to go next time by. Outside lane, trying to come. Got 3 people. Big pushes. 11 car needs to push the 90. Huge pushes from Matthew Hill.
Look at this. What a run from Vibes Motorsports and HBA.
Oh, Lane's going to dip him.
Lane back
Oh.
to the lead.
Oh,
Matthew
what a-
Hill gonna try to side draft here.
That's not what you want to see. You're Matthew Hill. I mean, that's your sister team right there, and he just dumped you out to dry. Oh, that was very, very almost a wreck right there with Dalton and Michael.
Halfway point achieved. 50 to go here at Talladega. And Matthew Hill and Noah Lane, they were teammates before when Lane was fully at HBA. And with that trade, switching to Vibes Motorsports. Well, sister teams, they are still doing a great job at working together.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like there about the Noah Lane move, I mean, really, if you're doing that on the outside, you really want to make sure both of y'all are clear first before you go down. Not just fend for yourself, but I mean, I still understand it. It's not his team. It's just his sister team, so he can do it whatever he feels like. Which he leads the race now while Matthew Hill is back in 4th position.
Back to single file. As they are slowly approaching Chris Safe right here, who up until now still hasn't been lapped. He's still on the lead lap. Now as the lead pack starts to approach, now is when he'll go a lap down.
Yeah, whenever you're outside of the draft, you're losing that 3.5 to 4 seconds a lap. So that's really not ideal. So usually they'll catch you in about 13 to 14 laps, 15 laps, if you're out of the draft.
Here we go. We'll see what Safe Ride does here. Looks like he's just gonna let them go down below. That's
Yeah,
exactly what he's gonna do.
the 25 ordered Mr. Safe Ride to go high. He didn't want him getting in his way. Safe Ride will try to find a hole somewhere. He'll be at the back of the pack. He needs to drop down now or he's going to lose the draft. Might already be too late. And it will be. He's going to lose the draft again.
Yeah.
Awful
Too
execution from that 4.
Too late of a move by Safe Right.
I mean, he might have it. Gonna be super close. If you're ordering team orders here, I would tell Dominic to back off a little just to let Safe Ride get that draft, just so he can be in it. But it does appear Safe Ride will not be in the draft.
Curious to see now what the game plan will be for these drivers as we've reached the halfway point, a little over the halfway point now.
I peeped in the driver's chat, telling them I needed more excitement, and they basically told me screw myself. They're all okay with riding right now.
Well, we'll see in about 15-ish, 20-ish laps or so We're probably going to get our second wave of green flag pit stops.
Yeah, it appeared Safe Right pitted on lap 27 or so. So with all the cautions and stuff, I'm expecting a lot earlier. I'm expecting within probably the next 5-10 laps.
It is all a fuel strategy here at Talladega. Gotta make sure that you have enough till the end.
They pitted on lap 35. That was the last time they pitted. So we're coming up to that 27 lap mark.
Yeah, so they're already a little above 15 laps in from their previous green flag cycle. So yeah, about 15 more laps or so. 33 laps is the estimated amount that they can go.
11 cars pitting.
Here we go. Dalton Tubbs, who like Chris Safewright, pitted earlier than the rest of the pack.
Yeah, Safewright's on pit road right now.
Here comes Taser trying to make a move on the outside. Thornhill, Luba, and now Egremont.
Levin by himself.
Again,
here's the excitement.
Not too much of a great strategy, but we'll see if it works out for Tubbs. Egremont is going to back out of that group. Thornhill and Luba still trying to make it work. Here comes Egremont
get up there. If Egremont can get up there and push, they can have a great run to the front here. And he will. He's going to push the 8. See,
they're going to start getting good momentum here.
If you have 3 cars connected, that's faster than the other 6 cars on the bottom. Egremont's going to bail.
Luba sets fastest lap of the race of 49.39.
Oh,
and trouble! They keep it going. Wow! How did they keep that going?
Man. Oh my God, the 83 is going to get screwed out of that, and now he's going to lose the draft.
They kept it going, and somehow they all say that we stay green, but that's going to mess up a ton of people now. Thornhill, Egremont, and Wilson out of the groove. So is Luba. Unbelievable. We'll see if they can make their way back up.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I mean, considering they're all together now, they'll be okay. Like I said, as long as you have 3 cars together, you can be faster than the lead pack as long as you're all pushing.
So it's just the top 4 plus Keith Hume, who is still a lap down in this lead pack, as they're now going to lap Dalton Tubbs again. So these green flag cycles just got a little bit more interesting with 2 separate packs.
I think Taser's going to be fine. One, if they don't catch the pack, they're all going to pit together regardless. As long as they come out together, they'll still catch this pack. They're running about 50.6s in the pack right now. Taser's last lap was about a 51 flat. They need to start pushing harder. Michael needs to get up there and push Davin too. That 3rd car is very important for trying to make your time back up.
Oh, trouble! Keith Hume, can he save it? Yes, he will! Unbelievable! And we still stay green. Luba, Thornhill, and Egremont all get through. Keith Hume somehow saves it. And we are still green. How in the world did he save that? And that's going to cost Matthew Hill to lose the lead pack now. So now this whole second pack is going to get regrouped. And with only 3 cars on that lead pack, they're going to be able to catch up. It's Lane, Snyder, and Zito. Your top 3.
Yeah, unfortunately for Lane, he's got 2 BSB guys behind him, so they could dish him whenever they want to.
Thornhill, Egremont, and Luba catching to Matthew Hill and Tubbs now. Harold Wilson lost the pack. He is further behind.
Yeah, and Keith's all by himself also. Now we got a 5-car pack with Hill, Tubbs, and Taser. And for some reason, Dominic's going to try and go around them. Oh, everybody's pitting. Oh, a little bit of contact between the 11 and 8.
Zito going in, and Lane going in, Snyder in, and Matthew Hill in. So that top 3 pack down pit road. Same with Matthew Hill. Same with now with Keith Hume.
Taser stayed out, but they're all spread out.
Michael Egremont, your professional leader, but he has no one to work with except Tubbs.
Oh my God, this is soon enough. It's going to be a single 1-car pack race between everybody. Everybody's trying to get split up from each other.
Here comes the whole entire pit road coming out now. Lane will lead the
4 cars
charge.
come together.
Looks like Zito got 1 position on Snyder.
Yeah, Wilson is going to be left in his pit to come out by himself again unless...
Egremont going down pit road. Here comes Thornhill, here comes Luba. So Taser all going down pit road. They realize what just happened. They have to make their stop now. Here comes the provisional pack.
Yeah, they're going to get him. They're going to get him for sure. I don't see a way where Taser comes out in front.
All the work that got put into it immediately crumbled with mistakes here and there. And sudden strategy calls.
There they go.
And they are absolutely going to get him. Absolutely no hope for Taser in that scenario. Noah Lane back to the race lead with Zito and Snyder following behind.
Yeah,
Matthew Hill.
Doesn't sound ideal, but Michael needs to back up.
Matthew Hill, however, the only lucky one out of that entire cycle who manages to get back up with this top 3. So they're going to form the top 4 here. But Egremont, Thornhill, and Luba still have to make their way back up. Hume and Wilson are still left alone.
So, if I can calculate correctly, so they pitted before on lap 35, then they pitted on lap 60, so that's what, 25 laps of fuel?
Around, yeah, around, so yeah.
So they're going to have to pit one more time. Let's see if Taser can close the gap here. They're about 13 seconds back from the lead pack. If they can all push each other very hard, they can get back up there.
And it all started with Harold Wilson, who saved it. Then Keith Hume, who saved it, and all those saves prevented the caution from coming out. And that's what has led us to this moment. It's just a battle between the top 4 right now, unless those 3 Taser guys make it back up here to the lead pack to make it a 7-car field. But you gotta feel it for Harold Wilson. Started at the front row, now P8 with no one to really help him. He's gonna get a slight push here by Chris Saferight. Keith Hume also left alone.
Yeah, that Taser's losing time here. They're losing about 0.7 a lap. They're going to have to get bunched up together and start pushing each other.
Up here in this lead pack, Cito and Snyder, who are P5 and P4 respectively in the standings, both with a win in the playoffs, both looking to have a decent shot for a championship next week. They're going to have a great brawl here between teammates. 30 laps to go at Talladega.
Taser's reorganized the way they want stuff done. They got Davin now leading the pack, Egremont in the middle, and Dominic at the back.
I mean, it's a good strategy by Taser. Try different things. See what works the best. Gotta do anything and everything you can to get back to that lead pack. Especially now with the laps now slowly starting to dwindle more and more. We're gonna have 29 to go now.
Yeah, you almost need to tandem draft the way they're going right now. That's how you get back up to the front, is tandeming your 3 cars and just pushing. Sounds like Dalton Tubbs and Keith Hume are going to back up to the cars behind them so they can get a bigger pack. You got a lot of lap down cars in that pack, but you also got Harold Wilson. The last thing Wilson wants is going to lap down.
Depending on who wins this race in the position of Harold Wilson, could we have, after so long, a new championship leader where it matters to most to go into a championship race next week?
Yeah, Harold Wilson hasn't really had the really good hunt here. I mean, Darlington, I don't know where he finished. I think he finished like 8th or so, 7th. Then Watkins Glen, he unfortunately got taken out by me one time and then also took himself out. Also finished around 7th. And then last week didn't have the best of runs at Bristol.
It's been a very, very disappointing postseason for that 83. We'll see how it turns out for your regular season champion.
That was the first lap that Taser actually gained on the lead pack there.
Slowly but surely starting to make their way back up.
Like I've reiterated multiple times, all 3 guys, well, all 2 guys behind Davin need to be pushing each other. That third car is the car that's going to make this thing work. So Dominic's in a really important spot here. You got to be pushing all the way on the front stretch and make sure you're not pushing in the corners, getting the car in front of you squiggly. But I honestly don't know if they can catch him. The way this lead pack, honestly, is so well put together, they're going to be hard to catch.
Running on board with the 36 of Adam Snyder. You can see there in the telemetry, not full throttle at all, trying to save as much as he can. Going at about, I would say, 80% throttle here.
Yeah, really, that kind of saves fuel, but also making sure you're not hitting the guy in front of you, not like you're beating his bumper off, because you don't want to hit him too hard. You want to ease up onto him and then give him a shove.
What a great month of July would it be for Adam Snyder to round off this hunt with back-to-back wins and a potential championship shot.
Yeah, I mean, if Adam Snyder wins this race, I think he's close to being in the points lead, if not there. I think you can say that about Davin, Snyder, and Egermont. I think if any one of them win this race, they will be close to the points lead, if not have it.
What about Gino Zito as well? Entered as the number 10 seed at the very bottom. A great postseason. Won the Cookout Southern 250 at Darlington. Climbed from 10 to 5th in the standings. And now currently still residing in 5th. A race win here could also put him maybe at about P2 to have a decent shot next week. It's anyone's race. Anyone's championship so far.
Yeah, I do believe only Luba and Hume, I believe, are in must-wins for the rest of the season, and they would need help. Oh, Snyder's in the wall.
Keeps it
Snyder
going,
just
but
slid all the way up into the wall. Unsure, it just jerked to the right.
and he could potentially lose the draft now. We'll see if he can get back up. A crucial mistake by the 36, who was running third.
I mean, if you're Gino here, you can probably back off of Noah Lane and help the 36 get back into the draft.
Would you want to do that, though, is the question. He's the man in front of you in the standings. This gives you a better shot at winning it.
I mean, yes, but that's your teammate at the end of the day. It's always going to be teammates, and then you race it out between each other. So, I mean, I think Gino would rather have a teammate with him, which I think Snyder is going to hang on to the draft here.
Yeah, I think he's going to catch up here. And he will. Absolutely he will.
I wonder if there's any damage on that car. I mean, he hit the wall pretty hard.
Yep, Snyder, no doubt about it, back into this pack. Had a pretty big shakeup, but he's still in it. As next time by will be 20 laps to go. Still no sign of Taser on this lead pack. As they have switched it up, it's now Eckerman at the back, Luba the middle, Thornhill still leading the pack. They're undoubtedly now hoping for a caution.
So I'm hearing a little bit of insight from the drivers. I heard Dalton Tubbs say he only has 5 laps of fuel left. And then I did hear Egremont say he has about 20 laps of fuel left. So
It's all
could
gonna
be
come
very
down
close.
to who
Very
saved
close
the
to
most.
making it.
He has 20 laps of fuel left. We have 20 to go. It's all gonna come down to who has saved the most amount of fuel.
I can tell you who's not saving fuel. 25 car.
Do we see another green flag cycle? Or will it
I'm
just
honestly
be a couple
surprised.
drivers?
We haven't seen many more cautions than we've normally seen. Hill's going to pull down to the apron and let Snyder back by. Hill's been blinking a little bit there, but that might... Oh, never mind. I heard he just lost his force feedback randomly.
Oh no. That is not what you want. So Adam Snyder back in third, right where he was before that shook up into the outside wall. Ten seconds between the lead pack and Taser. Or actually, no, it's going to be a whopping 17 seconds. The gap between them just increasing more and more as more laps go by. Michael Eggman just one position above Harold
11
Wilson.
pitting.
Dalton Tubbs going down. But yeah, Michael Eggman just one position above Harold Wilson as it would stand. Not a ton. That 8-point deficit will only go down to a 7-point deficit for next week. And they could lose P1 and 2 from the standings if either Zito or Snyder get it here. It would all go down to Noah Lane if he really wants to cause a shakeup here in the standings. A non-playoff driver win would be very impactful here.
Oh, yes, very. I mean, he obviously so close at Bristol, losing by a bumper. But he obviously hungry for a victory here at Talladega.
It would be his second win of the season, his first from the way of Las Vegas. All the way back in round 4. He has been hungry since, and that race win unfortunately wasn't enough to get him into the hunt. He's still doing the best that he can.
Yeah, he missed a lot of races toward the end of the season. So, honestly unsure if Michael has 20 laps of fuel. That kind of seems absurd to me.
Could be bluffing.
So I still think these drivers are going to pit one more time.
This time by, it will be 14 to go. Now's the time to start thinking the end game. Where can you make a move? If you even have enough fuel, that is.
Yeah, if you have enough fuel, then I like the 36 and 77 right now. Because they're nose to tail. They can dip out on Noah Lane whenever they want to. They could do it right now and take the lead if they wanted to. But I think they're kind of settled right now, just waiting, laps clicking down. Yeah, so these guys last pitted on around lap 60, and they've been getting about 25 laps. So I'm still expecting a pit stop within the next 5 to 8 laps.
Last 2 seasons, Talladega were such a crazy finish. Where does it
There's
end
a wreck on the
up
back
tonight?
stretch.
Oh,
Chris Safewright's in the wall. He's sitting.
he is outside of the racing surface.
He's sitting backwards on the backstretch.
Oh, and caution comes out. Caution is out. And that just shook up everything. Wow. A caution with about 13 laps to go.
Checking up in 1 and 2, boys.
Here's the replay. It was contact between Harold Wilson and Chris Safewright. He was out of the racing surface, but a caution will come out. Zach, what do you think about that caution? How do you think this is gonna change how this race would have gone?
Honestly, that's gonna be huge here. I mean, that's, oh my goodness. I mean, he was just sitting there. I mean, he could have reset, but decided not to. Honestly,
No, it was an engine blown. He could not do anything about it.
but I mean, this is gonna make the racing very, very interesting, as it's gonna be a full pack with probably around 10 to go.
And I'm guessing everyone gonna come down pit road. Those whole gaps in different packs non-existent now. Everyone back and grouped up together. We'll see who's taking it. There's your race recap at the bottom right, and I would not be surprised if absolutely everyone goes down.
Everybody does come, besides the ones that are lapped down.
Yep, here we go. This is a crucial race off pit road.
Oh, this caution right here just screwed Keith Hume, as Dalton Tubbs is gonna
Lane barely missed it. Snyder also missed his box.
Yeah, Hume will get the lucky dog here.
Gino Zito will win the race off pit road. Noah Lane follows. Who's the third one off? It's Thornhill. Followed by Egremont. Taser Racing.
1 to go.
Just got them all in.
Just to share some news, Matthew Hill unplugged his wheel and plugged it back in, and is giving force feedback back to Mr. Hill.
So a steering wheel changed there on his pit box for that number 90 crew.
He loses a couple positions, but He was saying that it was hard to hold a line, which I could see that happening with no force feedback.
Oh, penalty for Keith Hume that looks to be speeding on pit road.
I believe Hume is. He has a. He had the lucky dog, so. Not sure what the black, unless it's the EOL that he gets for being the lucky dog.
Dalton Tubbs gonna get a wave around here. And that will be Gino Zito who will lead us back under green with roughly about 10 to go. Just as we were mentioning, we're gonna have a crazy, crazy finish here at Talladega like we always do. And I believe it is choose time now. Lane going up high. So it's Zito at the bottom, Noah Lane up high. Matthew Hale also up high, Taser down below. This race just got flipped upside down. Harold Wilson now also back in the mix. It is absolutely now everyone's race once again.
Adam Snyder has disconnected.
What has happened here?
Snyder's connected again.
Connectivity issues for the 36.
He's going to be on pit road, I believe.
He has to get out as quickly as he can.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and get that going. I mean, the cars are almost entering turn 3 here. He's still not logged in yet. Oh, this could be very tragic for that 36 car.
Technical issues for Snyder. And
Here he goes, he's rolling off pit road.
Here we go. I don't think he'll be a lap down, but
no, he's gonna have to
make
hustle.
up some ground.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hustle.
Well, here we go. Keith Hume back on the lead lap, but he does have a penalty that he has to serve. Here we go. 10 laps to go. It is now or never for a trip to victory lane that could alter your chance of winning a championship next week. Zito gonna lead them to the restart zone. And we're back under green here at Talladega. Great launch for the 77. 9 to go. And Hume still has to serve that penalty. I believe that's a drive-through.
Oh, man. That's going to screw him over. You
Zito
also have Safe Right.
Up
Right
high,
also has been brought through.
trying to block Lane. But here comes the inside with Thornhill now. Lane switches. 3 wide. Agramont with a little bit of contact with Luba. Zito and Lane, side by side. Zito goes down, blocks that 25. Here comes Matthew Hill up high. Three cars on that outside. Hill looking to block.
What's the black flag for?
I don't know, it's Keith. Restart. I don't know.
Matthew Hill to the race lead.
Baby out of contention of the hunt, but still races to be won here. Looking for his first shake and bake win.
Single file all the way through, 7 to go. Here comes Keith Hume down pit road to serve his penalty.
Harold Wilson to the outside. He's all by himself. Come in next lap. 5 laps to go.
Anyone's race. Anyone's moment to shine. Hill leading the single file pack, followed by Zito, Lane, Thornhill, Egremont rounds off the top 5.
Wilson's still looking for that outside, for somebody to go with him. He's begging.
Harold is absolutely desperate. He knows what's at stake.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, right now, I like where Taser is. They're all together. They can all jump up outside.
5 laps to go here in the Alabama 250 at Talladega Superspeedway.
Egremont brings Davin with him.
Here comes Taser. Looks like Noah Lane gonna follow. Here comes Zito as well.
Wilson drops back to the bottom, so there's only 3 cars, and they're really separated.
Thornhill trying to push Zito here. That outside is fading fast.
Egremont drops. Davin drops. Gino almost.
Him and Thornhill
Davin
dropped
does
at the
not-
same time.
Yeah, Davin does not cut Gino a break there.
3 wide for a split second as Gino Zito goes from 2nd all the way down to 6, potentially 7th here if he can't get past Egremont.
Cars on the outside again.
Harold Wilson. Big move by Dominic Luba, checks up the outside. They're going to have to restart that all over again unless they can keep it going.
Four to go. Catching Chris safe right here.
3 laps to go. Luba leading the outside. Hill leading the inside. Trouble!
Oh, he saves it. And he might be able to hold on to the draft too.
What a save by Michael Egremont! Oh, more trouble! This time it's Harold Wilson. A ton of door banging. Two non-playoff drivers lead the playoffs drivers. 2 laps to go.
Oh, Dalton Squirrely. About to say he's not racing for anything. He's just trying to push his teammate.
Hill and Lane side by side.
Lane's clear. Davin's clear. Harold's almost clear.
Both of them go down.
Oh, Keith Hume's going to be all up in the way here.
Noah Lane back to the lead. Out of turn 4. We'll make it to the white flag this time by. Oh, and that is caution. No caution. White flag was waving. On the outside. White flag was waving before the caution comes out. Final lap here at Talladega. Noah Lane leading. Thornhill behind. Thornhill trying to block. 3 wide for the lead. Tubbs, Hill, contact. Cito spinning. Thornhill and Lane side by side.
Oh my goodness!
Still side by side. All the front stretch to the line. Photo finish.
Oh my goodness!
Who has it?
Thornhill.
Who has it? Thornhill and Lane photo finish. And it is Davin Thornhill who gets it by mere inches. He takes the win away from Lane in an absolute crazy photo finish. Once again, Talladega prevails. That is unbelievable.
Let's go back and look back at both incidents that happened on the last lap.
So this is... We'll look at them in a little bit, but... Wow. I need to see this first. Davin Thornhill. An absolute crazy photo finish. Picks up his second win of the season. And an absolute clutch moment to have a shot at his second title. An unbelievable finish.
That is closer than last week. 0.004.
Unbelievable. It is Matthew Hill who rounds off the podium in third. Harold Wilson P4. A big result for the 83. But like you said, Zach, let's go back and look at those two incidents. So this is the first one here. Coming to the white flag, caution did not come out because the white flag was already waving in advance.
Yeah, the 62 obviously wrecked the 8 on purpose.
Yeah, it did not move out of the way. And yeah,
honestly,
that is...
got in the way.
And yeah, like race control, that's an automatic DQ for the 62. Luba and Egremont collected in it. And then the incident here.
Having a turn, going into turn 3.
And then the second incident, which was for the win here. Everyone was getting ready to go for it. Everyone with 3 wide. And it all starts here. 3 wide. Hill, Tubbs, and Zito. Tubbs just knacks Zito there on the door. And it is, like we saw with the first 2 cautions, and a domino effect just taking place, and nothing they could do there. Matthew Hale manages to survive that to finish 3rd, but take a look at this. Side-by-side battle. Thornhill and Lane. That is closer than last week. Side-by-side. No one wants to give up the spot. And look at this. Wow. We're gonna review it officially. Here's the frame by frame. And it looks to be Thornhill.
Yeah, the frame by frame don't even work for me. I gotta go slow-mo.
Thornhill by mere inches gets the win over Noah Lane. What a photo finish. Well, here are your results from Talladega. It's Davin Thornhill with an absolute clutch win that he needed the most. Noah Lane with a decent effort. P2 for him, but after a photo finish like that, he sure has to be happy to have an insane finish like that. And then it's Matthew Hill 3rd, followed by Harold Wilson, Gino Zito, Dominic Luba, Michael Agamont, Adam Snyder, Dalton Tubbs, and Chris Saferight. Thornhill, fastest lap. Thornhill as well, pole position. So this could be a big shakeup here in the standings, which we will look further into after these post-race interviews. Actually, let's see if I can take a look here very quickly to get them set up for you. And here they are. Davin Thornhill, your new championship leader. Exiting Talladega, going into the championship race. Unbelievable. Here, well, let's go into the post-race interviews because my goodness. Let's try and get Thornhill up here first. Oh, Jesus Christ. Davin, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Davin, an absolute clutch win where you needed it the most. You survived an absolute thriller photo finish at Talladega. And you are, after so long, the new championship leader heading into the final race of the season. How does it feel to get a clutch win here, right where you need it, and a one step closer to become Mr. Two-Time?
Man, being 18 points back before this race, I knew I was going to have to win one of them. And first off, let me say I do want to apologize to Harold. In the middle of the race, I cut him off a little bit. I thought I was going to wreck it, but somehow we both kept going. But it put us both back. And if it wasn't for that caution come out, we'd have both been in the back. But I do want to say I'm sorry for that. One of my teammates said I was clear because they were behind us, and I guess maybe I took too long to get over there, but I do want to apologize for that. But, man, I knew I was going to need a win. And halfway through the race, I counted myself out after that. But you never know at Talladega.
Unbelievable. Zach, any questions?
Yeah, I mean, I told you, talked to you before the race. Now we're talking to you after the race. How does it feel to get the pole and ultimately come home with the win?
I'm usually pretty good at qualifying on super speedways, but it's about a 50-50 chance if I finish it or not. That's the issue. And I hadn't had one in a while. I don't think I've ever had a super speedway win in shake, but it feels good, man.
Davin, what an absolute unbelievable moment there. We still have to look at what was the photo finish there. But 2 back-to-back photo finishes, absolutely surreal, and one of the most clutch moments in your Shake and Bake career. You're your race winner here at Talladega and a new championship leader going into the championship race at Kansas. Davin, is there any final shout-outs you would like to do?
Yeah, man. Last 2 races were photo finish at the line. They both involved Noah Lane. He's going to be something next year. I do want to shout out to him for racing me clean, just a little door rubbing and stuff, But that was fun. I want to thank my teammates, my family. I want to thank y'all for all the stuff y'all do in the booth.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, Davin Thornhill. Your race winner here at Talladega. Go celebrate that trip to victory lane.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, fellas.
Alrighty, let's get Noah Lane up here. Noah, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Noah, back-to-back photo finishes, both involved yourself, and back-to-back P2 finishes from that. How do you feel after the result here at Talladega?
Honestly, dude, after the last 2 weeks, if that shows anything about this team over at Vibes Motorsports, they build some absolutely fast race cars. They always, I don't qualify well. I don't know if it's qualifying trim or whatnot or just driver error, but always when it comes down to race time and putting the pressure on, I'm always up front. And it sucks that I finished P2, leading the most laps. I was out front for almost half the race. But once again, we had a great car. Big time props to Davin there at the end. I'm pretty sure we were stuck together there because we were pulling our wheels apart and we were still stuck together. But I couldn't be more proud of my boys over here at Vibes Motorsports and this number 25 car. We built one fast super speedway car this week, and if we continue showing speed week in and week out like this, I'm sure we'll be a definite championship contender next season.
Alrighty.
Man, second for life, huh?
That's sure what it seems to feel like. I feel like everybody that finished behind Tyler Reddick earlier in the season this year, but hey, I couldn't be more proud of my team and proud of my guys, and I can't wait to bring on some more. Definitely, I know Matthew Hill back there in the number 90 car. I know he's not the same team, but he's on HBA. They're our sister affiliate team. I want to give a shout out to Matthew and both Matthew and Dalton Tubbs. They were both on the same strategy as us. We all 3 kind of pitted together. And another shout out to Davin, super clean racer. Proud of him. What a race. And couldn't be more excited to move on to Kansas next week and hopefully go win this thing.
Alrighty. Noah, another great photo finish. Like many drivers said, that you are a force to be reckoned with next season. Is there any final shout-outs that you'd like to do?
Just my crew chief for putting up one heck of a setup every weekend and week out, whether it's a short track car, super speedway car, road course car. I mean, we've got some sweet cars in our stable. I know it sucks. I was really hoping and praying that the caution flag didn't coming to the white flag leading at the last lap. But like DW said, usually the cars that lead the last lap aren't the ones that finish first. But big shout out to my team, my guys, my sister teams, HBA, and God, obviously, because if he didn't make a miracle, we wouldn't be here. So.
Alrighty, there it is, Noah Lane, your P2 finisher here at Talladega. Go celebrate that podium.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Alrighty, last but not least, let's get on Matthew Hill with a podium spot here at Talladega. He survives the chaos there on the backstretch. Matthew, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Matthew, so close to a first race win here at Talladega, but it is still a great podium spot for you. What do you have to say after your result here at Dega?
Oh man, I'm heartbroken. I really thought I had a chance. Originally, the plan with Noah Lane was that he would help me. He would push me, and then it just, I guess, just didn't work out like that. We had a really good race. Ran up front. Lost my force feedback pretty late, which was interesting. And then I was saved by that caution because it really helped me out with getting my force feedback back. Just, I mean, I hate it. Hate having to settle for third. I was really hungry for a win. Yeah, I just want to move on to the next one and see what we can do.
Well, you led a lot of laps in this race. Ultimately didn't come home with the win, but ultimately a very good performance from you. Anything you think you could have done differently?
Yeah, honestly, looking back, I should have gone with Noah Lane when he went up. Just wasn't expecting him to block the outside lane. Even then, probably would have been caught up in some sort of chaos. I just didn't want to wreck myself. I do think we really just showed off how good we can be. Especially super speedways are some of my favorite tracks to run on. And I hate it for this team, hate it for the 90 crew. But we're just gonna go on to Kansas and hope we can go out with a win.
Alrighty, there it is, a great podium spot. Matthew, is there any final shoutouts you'd like to do?
Yeah, I just want to thank God. Wouldn't be here without him. I want to thank Carter for giving me this chance to drive for his team. I'm really happy to be driving the number 90 for HBA. I just want to thank Monster Energy, Advance Auto, Cornwell, Logitech for funding this race car, and just want to thank everybody who works on those cars. I want to thank Noah Lane for helping me throughout that race. I want to thank Dalton Tubbs. He was really trying to shove me as much as he could, and he just I guess we got caught up in that mess. Nothing we could do. Sucks, but we're going to go on to Kansas and on to next season especially and be better than ever.
Alrighty, there it is, Matthew, P3 finisher here at Talladega. Go celebrate that podium.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and that will do it for tonight here at Talladega. Back-to-back photo finishes. And just look at how the standings shape up going into the final race of the season. It is going to be an all-out brawl. But it is Davin Thornhill, after Harold Wilson leading for so long, your new championship leader. It is a 6-point differential between Wilson and Thornhill. And we're going to have a great fight next week, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week, the final race of Season 3, where we will crown our champion. It is the Shake and Bake Championship race, live from under the lights at Kansas Speedway. You do not want to miss it to see who will come out on front at the top of the step. With that being said, it was Dwayne Crespo and Zachary Evans up here in the commentary booth, and we will see you all next week to crown a champion. Peace out, guys, and have a wonderful rest of your night.
See y'all.